Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dive deep into the madness of Salem. Let's be real for a second. We all knew that EJ DiMera bringing Lexie Carver back from the dead wasn't just an act of brotherly love. Come on, this is EJ we are talking about. The man doesn't do a single thing unless there is a massive, incredibly lucrative angle attached to it. And you won't believe what his actual endgame is. EJ is literally trying to play God, and he is hoping to make billions of dollars doing it. He wants to turn Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's twisted science into a pharmaceutical goldmine. By combining the experimental drug Versavix with Dr. Rolf's infamous resurrection serum, EJ has managed to bring Lexie back to the land of the living, safe and sound. But here's the kicker. EJ isn't just happy to have his sister back. He is sitting back, looking at her like she is a walking, talking billboard for the most profitable medical breakthrough in human history. He wants to sell miracles, but there is a massive problem with EJ's master plan. The world outside of Salem isn't just going to blindly believe that the DiMeras have cured death. People know the DiMera family's reputation. They know about the masks, the brainwashing, the secret islands, and the endless parlor tricks. EJ knows that the public, and more importantly, the global medical community, will just write Lexie's return off as another elaborate DiMera hoax. To prove that his Versavix protocol actually works, EJ needs more test subjects. He needs undeniable, documented proof that he can bring someone back from the dead. And that is exactly where things take a terrifying, absolutely shocking turn. What if EJ becomes his own ultimate test subject? I know, that sounds crazy, but think about it. The spoilers are heavily teasing that Kristen DiMera is completely losing her mind with hatred for EJ. We have seen them clashing at the mansion, throwing absolute daggers at each other. Kristen is sick and tired of EJ acting like he is the sole heir to Stefano's throne, and she wants him gone. Permanently. And who does Kristen turn to when she needs someone eliminated? Enter Xander Kyriakis. Can you believe Kristen is actually using her body to buy a hitman? It's wild, but it is so perfectly Kristen. She has been having these incredibly steamy, passionate hookups with Xander at the Salem Inn. She is whispering in his ear, offering him an obscene amount of money, and using every ounce of her feminine wiles to convince him to put a bullet in EJ DiMera. At first, Xander has been resisting. He is trying to be a better man. He is living with Sarah Horton right now for the sake of baby Victoria. He wants to be a good father. But let's look at Xander's psychological state for a moment. Sarah is constantly nagging him. She is living under the same roof, judging his every move and reminding him of every mistake he has ever made. Xander is suffocating. He is frustrated, he is defensive, and he is incredibly vulnerable to a woman like Kristen, who comes along and tells him he is powerful and dangerous. I think Xander is going to snap. A lot of fans think Xander has completely left his hitman days behind him, but I actually think that dark side is still right there beneath the surface, just waiting for the right trigger. If EJ does even one little thing to cross Xander, maybe he insults him, maybe he threatens his custody of Victoria, or maybe he just looks at him the wrong way, Xander is going to take Kristen's money and pull the trigger. Between the massive payday Kristen is offering and the chance to eliminate a smug DiMera, Xander won't be able to resist. The spoilers are hinting that Kristen and Xander are going to accelerate their deadly timeline. They are going to take EJ out. And this is where the storyline goes from a standard soap opera murder plot to an absolute masterpiece of television. Imagine the scene. Xander assassinates EJ. Kristen is practically throwing a parade. I can just see her popping a bottle of the finest DiMera champagne, laughing that maniacal, unhinged laugh of hers, thinking she has finally won the war for the family empire. She thinks EJ is rotting in the morgue. But she completely forgot about the wild card, Dr. Rolf. Rolf isn't going to let his beloved Stefano's golden boy stay dead. I am predicting right now that the second EJ's heart stops, Doctor, Rolf is going to swoop in, inject him with the Versavix and the resurrection serum, and bring EJ DiMera roaring back to life. And honestly, this is the most brilliant plot twist the writers could possibly give us. When EJ wakes up, he isn't going to be mad. He is going to be ecstatic, because his own assassination just gave him the exact thing he desperately needed: undeniable proof. If EJ is murdered in cold blood, pronounced legally dead by independent doctors at Salem University Hospital, and then miraculously wakes up without a scratch on him, the entire world will have to believe it. It won't be a rumor. It will be a documented medical fact. EJ will become the ultimate poster boy for his own product. He will step in front of the media cameras, not as a victim, but as a living god who has conquered death. He will make billions upon billions of dollars. I think this move is absolute genius for EJ's character. If you look back at the history of this show, Stefano DiMera was the phoenix. He rose from the ashes, time and time again, to gain power and strike fear into the hearts of his enemies. But EJ is corporatizing the phoenix. He is taking his father's legacy and turning it into a pharmaceutical monopoly. It is a brilliant evolution of the DiMera lore. Stefano did it for survival. EJ is doing it for capitalism. And let's talk about Kristen's reaction when she finds out EJ is alive. I am going to need a front row seat with a giant bucket of popcorn for this. Kristen is going to completely lose her mind. Her ultimate revenge plot won't just fail. It will actually be the very thing that makes EJ the most powerful man on the planet. Her hatred and her murder plot will be the catalyst for EJ's greatest victory. I am so sick of Kristen thinking she can just play God, manipulate men like Xander, and get away with it. Seeing her entire scheme blow up in her face and actually benefit the brother she hates so much is going to be pure cinematic poetry. But what does this mean for Xander? This is where my heart breaks a little bit for him. Xander is going to realize that he threw away his redemption, risked his freedom, and jeopardized his relationship with his daughter, all for absolutely nothing. He killed a man, crossed the ultimate line, and the guy didn't even stay dead. Xander is going to be terrified that EJ remembers who pulled the trigger. EJ is a vindictive man. If EJ remembers that Xander killed him, Xander's life is over. EJ won't just call the cops. He will destroy Xander financially, emotionally, and physically. This could push Xander into a corner where he has to go on the run, or worse, become a permanent, enslaved henchman for EJ just to keep himself out of prison. This entire storyline is a masterclass in soap opera drama. It connects perfectly to the show's rich history of resurrections, from Marlena's demonic possession days to Stefano's endless returns, but it puts a modern, corporate spin on it, It forces legacy characters to face their darkest demons. Will Sarah finally realize that her constant nagging pushed Xander back into the darkness? Will Chad step up and try to stop EJ from playing God? Or will he want a piece of the Versavix pie to bring back Abigail? I am telling you guys, the fallout from this is going to carry the show for the next 5 years. EJ DiMera is about to change the world, Kristen is about to hit rock bottom, and Xander is caught right in the crossfire of the ultimate DiMera war. What do you guys think? Will Xander actually go through with the hit? Will EJ use his own death to become a billionaire? Let me know your thoughts down below, because I am absolutely obsessed with this plot.